What's up, guys? I'm just waiting for this button to come up for Instagram. It's not happening. Okay, here we go. All right, guys, what's up, man? Welcome to B Sports Picks. Today I'm going to hook you guys up with two batter props. Let me get into it. There's going to be two batter props, and there's going to be also one pitcher prop that actually has great value. This pitcher prop that I'm going to show you, I was able to get it at minus 164 right here. So this is good to know also when you're looking at line shopping and stuff like that. Check this out. I can get them at 164, but every other book has them at 190, 174, 205. So basically it's telling you that everybody else has this dude at minus 210. So his value is at minus 210, but I can get him at 164. So that already tells me there's great value in this player. So again, I'm going to hook you guys up with two batter props and one pitcher prop. Stay tuned for that. Yesterday was almost a 5-unit day, man. 8 in one day, almost another perfect day. That's 3 days in a row, literally 3 days in a row where we've almost gotten so a 3-day winning streak, but we've almost gotten 3 perfect days in a row. The other day was like Shohei Ohtani, I think, is messed it up, and then yesterday was Julio Rodriguez. But besides that, dude, it's been crazy. 5-unit day, 8 in one, 88% hit rate. So obviously this doesn't last forever, but we're enjoying it right now as it's happening. So thank you guys for being here, man. If you've been enjoying these, whenever I post this video, make sure you comment, let other people know that you've been making money. I would really appreciate that. One other thing, man, I want to mention, I really wanted to appreciate you guys take the time to say thank you so much, man. We finally got approved to become a YouTube business partner. So only less than 1% of the people make it to this level. So I really want to appreciate you guys, man, to tell you thank you guys, especially the ones that supported me since the beginning, coming all the way from TikTok. Thank you guys. Appreciate that. So we also crossed 1,500 subscribers. If you haven't done so, make sure you subscribe. What's up? No more team picks. Gonna try VIP today. So the reason there's no VIP picks, I don't force anything. I've said this many, many times. I don't force anything. So if nothing is available, like for example, I was actually going to talk about that today. I'll actually get to your answer if you want to stick around to the end. I'm going to talk about it. I have a very red flag right here. So let me just show you. Literally, it says too many contradictions. I was looking at the Phillies and the Astros, but too many contradictions. So again, that actually answers your question. I'm not going to force anything. So it's not that I don't want to go with any teams or I'm not looking at them. It just doesn't make sense to go with them. So I'm skipping them. What's up? Good morning. All right, guys. So the first one I'm going to go with, I started doing these pitcher props, and yesterday they finally started hitting for me. So I'm going to start sharing them. I'm only going with half a unit on this guy. Basically, what I do is I look at the worst teams that are striking out. So I don't have the list in front of me, but it was like I look at the worst 5 teams that are striking out, and then I look at who's pitching against them. So today, it just so happens to be this guy, Jake Irvin. And again, if I scroll over here, he's going against Colorado Rockies. If you know anything about this channel, you know I've been talking crap about the Rockies because they just completely suck. So they're one of the worst teams in the last 120 years. And they're number 1 for strikeouts. So then you look at Washington right here, Jake Irvin, and he pitches about 6 innings. And his lines actually don't look good when you look at him overall. But if you look at the head-to-head, meaning when he faces Colorado, this dude has gotten 10 strikeouts 2 games ago when they faced each other, and he's gotten 9 strikeouts. Again, nobody really looks at this kind of stuff, but I'm going with over 4.5. And you can see, like I mentioned earlier, look at the value on this. I was able to get it at 164, and it goes all the way down to 233. So this is great value for you guys. Jake Irvin, over 4.5 strikeouts. So that's the one I'm going with. I'm only going half a unit. And again, once I start getting real strong with these and I'm able to get 2 of them together, I'm going to actually buy back 1 strikeout and hit them up as a parlay. So I got two batter props for you guys still talking. So let me get into that. So before I do give you that, man, if you do love that information, make sure you subscribe and comment and like. Let me know any questions you may have. Okay. Here we go. I appreciate the 411. Time for VIP. Yeah, man. Hell yeah. Let's get it. All right, here we go, guys. 3-day winning streak. Let me get into this. I'm going to talk really quickly about what happened yesterday. The Astros was a damn sweat. At the bottom of the ninth, these guys ended up tying the game. You can see it was a kind of a losing game. And then at the bottom of the ninth, they tied the game, and then they ended up winning. So it was a damn sweat the whole time. 2 under RBIs that got a hit. Another 1 under RBI. Yeah, actually 2 other under RBIs. 2 other hits that I shared. I actually shared these, Riley and Ohtani. I believe it was 2. I actually shared 2 batter props yesterday. And then Caleb Durbin. And then 2 under, what is this? So this is a little weird. I'm not going to get into it now. But basically, we pick one of the best pitchers on the board. And if it matches with another pitcher, then we go on the under no run first innings. But in this case, it was only one team that sucked versus a great pitcher. So we did something called no runs for that team specifically. So you can see we parlayed both of those together and that hit. Jackson Churio, I shared this guy, and then that was it. So 8 in one day, guys. The only one that messed up was Julio Rodriguez. All right, that's about it, guys, for the recap. Let me get into the players. So I got Trey Turner. This guy has been massive. He's already hit for us several times this season. Check this out, 80% hit rate, hits about 4 to 5 times per game. I'm sorry, goes up to the plate between 4 and 5 times per game. So he's getting a lot of at-bats. You can see over here, this is crazy as hell. If you look at Alcantara right here, he's a very bad pitcher for Miami. He's a 7.14 ERA. But if you look over here versus the Phillies, this dude has a ridiculous as hell 27. So he just sucks completely against the Phillies. Over here, Trey Turner, I know it's hard to see, but this dude went up to bat 39 times against them. He's already gotten 13 hits. And then this matches over here. So meaning this is where he throws mostly. This is where he hits. So this dude has Alcantara's number for sure. So we're going with Trey Turner to record 1 hit. Now, I've been smashing the hell out of the books. It's been crazy. And then finally today, this has happened to me with other books, but it finally happened to me in DraftKings. So this is what happens when you start winning a lot of money. They start hating on you. So I went to place a $75 bet for 2 under RBIs today, and then I got this alert that they're only willing to take $63.99. So it is what it is, man. This is the way it works. These guys, when they start looking that you're a sharp bettor, they start limiting your account. So just the way it goes. The reason they do that is they want to mitigate their risk, and it's understood. Like if I had the business, I was on the other side, I would do the same shit. But anyways, that's what happens when you start winning. They start hating on you. So, all right, here we go. Last one I have is Jose Altuve. This dude, let me show you this graph first. This dude can pretty much get a hit anywhere. If you look at this graph, I know it's hard to see, but let me zoom in a little bit. This dude pretty much can get a hit anywhere. Everything is purple. Everything is there's nothing that's actually blue except this little corner right here. But this dude can get a hit pretty much anywhere. And especially right here in the bottom right corner, that's where this dude is pretty much very good. So overall, that graph is crazy because this dude, like I said, can get a hit anywhere. Overall, 80% hit rate, 4 to 5 times at bat. We actually had the Astros yesterday, like I mentioned. He's only faced this guy once, and he's gotten 1 hit. So he's hitting at 100% hit rate with a small sample size against this pitcher. Plus, he's getting 80% hit rate overall in general. So again, let me go real quick recap. It's going to be Jake Irvin over 4.5 strikeouts. I'm taking this as a half a unit until I get a little bit of better handle and confirmation on those. Trey Turner to record 1 hit, and then Jose Altuve to record a hit. I was looking very heavily into the Phillies. I might actually just do it when it's live. I was not going to share this at all, but basically, I'm not going to do it. So I'm staying away. I liked the Phillies very much, and then I liked the Astros again. But there's too many contradictions. So again, I'm going to answer your question. When there's too many contradictions, there is no reason you need to force anything. So I would rather take the plays that I showed you, and I have some under RBIs for VIP already, but I'm not going to force something with the Astros or the Phillies. Like I said, I might take the Phillies, but I'm going to wait till if I can get some value. And what I mean by that, let's say the game starts and it's the Phillies versus the Marlins, and the Marlins score 1-0 or 2-0 or whatever, then I'm going to give great value on the Phillies, and then that's the only way I'm going to play this for the Phillies. But besides that, I'm not paying the crazy juice at a minus 170. The line is actually shifting in the opposite direction. It's going to the Marlins. Everything else does kind of match. Everything was looking good, especially with this bad ERA for the Marlins pitcher, the struggling offense. All this stuff was matching, except the line move was ridiculous. So, anyways, I'm not gonna touch it unless it's live. And then Astros, I'm staying away. This one is ridiculous as hell too, because Athletics are actually 7-3 in the last 10. Astros are like 2-8 or 3-8, something like that. It's all right here, but basically it's 20 contradictions, guys. I'm not gonna get into all the details. There's a lot of data here, but the breakdown simply says too many contradictions, stay away, and that's what I'm doing. So, all right, guys, that's the reason that happens with it's not that I don't want to play any plays. It's not that I'm not looking at them, but we don't force anything over here. So that's what it is. If you guys want help building your bankroll, make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, make sure you comment if you have any questions. Also, make sure you take a moment to click on the link in the description to check out all the other stuff that we have to help you build your bankroll. All right, guys, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you all. Let's have a great day.